Hello there makers, it's Jo from Minerva. Today I'm going to show you a 1 pattern, 10 fabrics, a versatile pattern that you could use lots of different fabrics for to create a different look. The pattern that I've chosen is New Look 6106. It is a skirt pattern with pockets and a waistband and an invisible zip, but it's got a few options. It's got a longer version if you prefer a long skirt or a long midi length skirt. You can have a mini, which is this one, or you can have a mid-length, and you can change up the fabric. So I'll be showing you a few fabric combinations. The pattern uses around 1.5 meters of fabric depending on your width. So you could be looking out for a chambray, a denim, a brocade, a poplin, a linen mix. Nothing with a stretch unless you really want to have quite a bit of ease around your hips, but it's a pattern that's made for woven fabrics. The skirt has a deep waistband, and I think that might be called a yoke actually, but it's nice and comfortable, and it's got pockets that are understitched, and you could top stitch those. You could also pipe them as well, and there's a zip at the centre back. There's an invisible zip. It's really comfortable to wear, and it's got that sort of classic A-line shape. This one's just made in a cotton poplin, so this one's quite light and summery, but we're going to have a look at some other fabrics. Let's start with a cotton poplin. This one that I've chosen to make this skirt is very light, so you will get a light summer skirt if you use a poplin. You can have a look at the Rose and Hubble cottons. You can look at other designers' art gallery cottons. They'll all make a light version of this skirt. This one is a budget fabric. This one is 58 inches wide. It's a light cotton. It comes in 3 colours. This one's the black one, but I've also got the navy one here. It's got that sort of tropical Honolulu design, making it a great choice for a summer skirt. If you like sewing with cotton because it's nice and stable, then you could try a cotton sateen. This one's a heavier weight. This one's got a little bit of stretching as well. So if you want to cut that with that going across the body, you'll just get a little bit of give. If you sit down at work a lot, then you might find it more comfortable to have a skirt with a little bit of spandex in it. This one has got 3% spandex. It's 97% cotton. It's 58 inches wide. It's got a sort of really smooth finish, not a shine or a luster, but it's just got a really smooth finish to the outside. It comes in 4 colours. This is the China blue one. I particularly like this one. You can wear that with a navy t-shirt, a white vest. You could wear it with a cardigan for work or a jacket. You'll get a more exaggerated A-line if you choose a thicker satin. Satins can be all different weights, so make sure that if you do want a heavier weight skirt that you check the weight of the fabric. So this is cotton sateen. My next fabric is a cotton duck. So this is another type of cotton. This one is a sort of light canvas. It's a beautiful teal colour. So if you're looking to make a skirt that you can, a basic skirt item, you know, something that you can wear for years and years to come, you make it really nicely, then this will go with lots of different things because you're not trying to match patterns with patterns. It's a really smooth canvas. You can see the weave in it, but it's not really thick and textured. This one comes in 26 different colours, so if you are looking for a solid skirt as a wardrobe staple, you should be able to find a colour there that you like. It's a good mix of fabric, so if you have a little bit of pattern fabric left from another project and you want to do that coloured band along the bottom, which is view B, you could use one of these colours from the cotton duck range to mix as your plain fabric, as long as you had a fabric that was a similar thickness. If you're going to mix fabrics, you need to have fabrics that have got a similar content, as you don't want a thicker pocket part of the skirt and then a very weak, thin poplin bottom. You need something with a similar thickness. So this would mix with the sateen, and it will obviously mix with patterned canvas or pattern cotton duck. This one's 55 inches wide, 100% cotton, and it's one of our core range fabrics, so you'll be able to get this for quite a long time. This next fabric is 100% linen, so it's got that classic linen texture to it, that sort of cross-hatch weave. This would make all of the views. The long skirt, so if you made it long, you could wear that one for winter. It's good for the short one and for the view B, because you could mix that with something else. It comes in 21 colours. It's 53 inches wide. It's got a lovely texture and that real linen look. It's an enzyme washed linen. That one's a sort of nice denim blue colour, but that one's got a little more drape than the others. It still will hold the A-line shape, so that one is a good choice for all of the views. Next fabric is a canvas. My team loves this. It's a camo canvas. It's much stiffer. You can probably hear that it is. So this one is suitable for view A, where you have a mini. There's 4 different colours of camo. This is the blue version. This is a cotton drill. That's why you can hear. I've just let go of that. That's how firm this fabric is. But it's really smooth. So although it's got that sort of canvas cotton feel, it's really smooth because it's a drill. So the weave is much closer than on a canvas. On a canvas you can see all the wefts and everything, but on here this is totally smooth. It's non-stretch, it's a medium weight, and it's 59 inches wide, so it's got a good width, and you would need to check your fabric requirements, because you might not need so much of this one, especially if you're making the mini version. So this would make quite a great winter skirt, roll neck jumper, black boots or shoots. Really nice. The next fabric would require a little more skill in the cutting out phase of the make, because if you're using stripes on an A-line, you want to really make sure that the stripes are going down the centre of the skirt, because they're going to start grading out on the A-line. But it is possible you can get some nice effects. This is a Mexican stripe. It's 100% polyester, but it totally feels like cotton. You can see there it's got that sort of chambray look there, slightly raised embroidery look there. It's really lovely. It comes in 10 colours. It's 100% polyester, which it doesn't feel like, and it's 59 inches wide. And this one's got this would make a nice summer one as well. You might find that the linen mixes really well with that. They've both got that sort of natural texture. So if you wanted to have the hemband in blue or the hemband in the stripe, that would work really nicely together, particularly because there's lots of colours of the linen. But if you want to do some pattern matching and a little more of a skillful make, then you could try a stripe. That's called a Mexican woven stripe. If you like that sort of natural fibre look, then you can have a look at our 100% Rami. That's R-A-M-I-E, Rami. This one comes in a whopping 54 different colours. It's a beautiful fabric. I mean, for this pattern it's great, but I think it would be so nice for a linen dress, a shift dress, a really soft jacket. It's very nice. It's 100% Rami, which is a type of plant-based linen, and it's 54 inches wide. Again, that would be a great mixer with other natural fabrics. So with the Mexican stripe, you could find the green stripe colourway and match with this. I mean, there's 54 different colours, so you could match it with lots of different fabrics, or you could just make a really classy skirt on its own in green, you know, a staple that you could wear with lots of other different things. So that one has a lovely feel. You just see it's enough to hold the A-line but not to stick out at the sides. That's be very comfortable. Something else to say about Rama, you must pre-wash it, and when you pre-wash it, it will shrink a little bit and you'll get an even more pronounced texture. So you won't get a skirt that's as smooth as that, you'll get one that's got a more natural texture to it when you've washed your fabric. The midi version, view A, would look fabulous as a denim skirt. If a button fly denim skirt doesn't flatter your tummy area because you've got the button and the fly and everything, then this skirt has a really smooth front. So if you went for top stitching details, if you top stitch around the pockets, you top stitch around the yoke twice, and you top stitch the side, you'd get a really casual denim skirt look without all that bulk and the belt loops and everything around the top. So I think it would make a great denim skirt. This would look nice with red top stitching. This is non-stretch, it's a medium to heavy denim, which is 290 grams per square metre. So for every square metre of fabric, it weighs 290 grams, and that's what tells you the thickness. So if you want to look for another colour denim, you need to be looking for the same sort of weight, 290 grams per square metre. This one comes in 5 colours, so you can have the lighter denim, the indigo, or this sort of grey-black. But think about how you would finish denim so that you get that sort of denim skirt casual feature. The next 2 fabrics I've chosen are cord. I've chosen a patterned cord. This is really light. This is a needle cord. It's 100% cotton. It's non-stretch. It's 55 inches wide. Obviously, this is going to be quite a lightweight skirt. So even though it's cord, don't immediately think winter skirt, because this is very light. So this is a summer weight cord. You can line the skirt, but you would have to change the front piece because the front piece has got the pocket shape cut out. But if you just put that piece on some paper and follow the line up, you can make a lining for your skirt. So you'd cut out the 2 back pieces again for lining, and then you would cut out a front piece without the pocket scoops, and you could line a skirt. So sometimes cord just feels better if you wear it lined, in which case then you could use this as a winter fabric. But this one's particularly has just got a really nice summer feel to it. Imagine all the t-shirts and tops you could wear with that colour way. It's really lovely. So that's a fine needle cord. You could also mix that with any of the other natural fabrics, so any of the linen or the canvas could do the stripe around the bottom. The other type of cord you can choose is a jumbo cord, and that would make the mini or the midi version. This jumbo cord's got a little bit of stretching, so you'll get a little bit of give around the hips. Just be careful that you don't, you will need to try it on as you go along, because if you've got this much stretch in the yoke, it's going to affect the sizing around your waist. This is beautiful. This is an ochre colour, but it does come in 28 different colours. So if you're looking for that sort of mini winter skirt to wear with thick tights and boots, then this is perfect. It's 59 inches wide, and this one's called a 7 whale stretch, and that means there's 7 of those ribs for every inch. Really nice and smooth, that one. You could make view B and mix those 2. So you could mix your cords. You could have this as the top, you could have this around the bottom. That would be quite nice. Talking of winter and lining, I've got another fabric here, which is a stretch woven linen. So this is a linen with a little bit of give. There you go. So you could line this by, you could line view C by extending that hip area in lining and not having pocket cutouts. Have a really beautiful long winter skirt. This one looks a bit pinky on the screen, but it really is a signal red. It really is red. It's 45% cotton, 25% viscose, 24% linen and 3% lycra. It's got that linen texture look to it. Would make a really nice for any of those versions, but particularly a winter version, because it's got the viscose in it. It's just got a little bit of drape, which would just help you with the drape of the longer version. So that is a stretch woven linen blend. So that's got a blend of composites in it. Talking of winter skirts, here's my completely maverick choice for you, which is to make a Christmas skirt. Now, this is a poly cotton, so it's very thin. It's not the most amazing dress quality fabric. It's more a crafting fabric really, because it's 65% polyester and it's not got that sort of drape. It's quite stiff, but mix that with the linen blend and you'll get a really superb Christmas skirt for view B. So view B is the one that you could have the red on the top, then you could have Santa all around the bottom. Just so you don't think I'm joking you along, this is my Christmas skirt. So this one is made from a calico, one of the sort of Scandi style calicos that we sometimes get in at Christmas. It's got piping around here, so I piped the yoke. I should have piped the pocket as well. It's got lining inside instead of fabric, and this one is the midi version. So this one's mini version, so that one's a bit shorter. And you can see that even though it's got a sort of striped pattern, as long as you're careful along the side hem, you can get a neat finish on the stripes as long as you keep the pattern going around. But let's have some more Christmas skirts out there. Isn't that the jolliest fabric? It's absolutely budget. It's 44 inches wide. And actually, if you choose one of the calico Scandi prints, you could make your whole skirt a Christmas skirt, or you could go all out on the novelty fabric. I know this is one pattern, 10 fabrics, and I've already shown you 10 fabrics, but then I got a little bit excited on the winter theme and looking at the Christmas fabrics, and I spotted a brocade. Now, this has got a really lustrous metallic finish. You see it there, look. I mean, that could make another sort of Christmas style skirt, couldn't it? It comes in 3 colours. It's a medium weight, so it would do the mini or the midi. You would definitely need to line it. The top is quite smooth, but any kind of metallic fabric has got a sort of, not scratchy, but it's got a texture to it because of the threads. So you would need to line this one. But that was sort of my other idea, was to have a look at our brocade fabrics, particularly for winter and Christmas time. That would look stunning worn with navy blue, and there's other versions that you could wear with black. So brocade is another choice for New Look 6106. It's my last one, I promise. This is number 12. This is a gabardino. It's a lovely feeling fabric, really, really smooth. It's got that sort of stylish suiting feel about it, and it's a poly cotton twill. So if you look at it, it's just a really smooth weave, and it would make a beautiful one of the long version for winter. It would look really nice in the long version with a pussy bow blouse. It would look nice in the midi version for work. There's a really nice winter version here. That's styled with a pussy bow blouse. That looks really great. This one is 80% polyester and 20% cotton. It's 58 inches wide, and this comes in 15 colours, and it's very smooth, so you'll get a smoother A-line shape. If you don't want that A-line shape to be too pronounced, then this one would just give you a smoother skirt hem. That's really nice. You make lovely trousers as well, actually. It's a lovely feeling fabric. That's called gabardino poly cotton twill, and that is my 12th fabric for one pattern, 10 fabrics. I hope that's given you some fabric inspiration today. Take a look at New Look 6106. If you make one, post for us to see which fabric you've chosen. And I really like the idea of this. I haven't done that yet, which is surprising because I do that kind of thing quite a lot. But I'm really going to have a go at that next. I think I'm going to look at a couple of different cords. My final note on this pattern is there are a few accessories and little add-ons that you could use. So if you've had this pattern a while and you've used it a couple of times but you want to switch it up a bit, there is an idea to have buttons around the pockets. So you could have a little button trim around the pockets. You can use a gross grain ribbon to add a ribbon on top of the yoke. There's one with a little bow on the front as well. So if you use a gross grain ribbon or a rick-rack around there, a rick-rack around the hem looks great. You could look at our folksy ribbons. Those would look great around the bottom. I've used piping, as I showed you before. So I piped on the lower waistband, on the lower part of the yoke. To be honest, I wish I'd done around the pocket as well, because I think that would have tied it in as well. So you could pipe around here. If you've got a thicker fabric like the camo, canvas or the denim, you can go for some top stitching thread. Have a look at our top stitching threads. There's the rainbow ones as well. They would look great. Twin needle sewing around would give you a different detail. So the pattern has lots of different options for you to experiment and get really creative. All the products that I've shown or talked about are listed below, so you can go and have a look at those, investigate, see what there is out there to change up your new look 6106. Thanks very much for watching. See you again soon.